Good afternoon, welcome down to Cougar Park for this first game of the 2005 season. Visitors this afternoon, Hull Kingston Rovers, competition the Northern Rail Cup. Keighley Cougars played a couple of friendlies already this season, lost both of them, but I don't take anything where friendlies are concerned. Friendlies are friendlies. What it matters about is the league when that starts in a few weeks. The Northern Rail Cup, to me, is just a pain, it's a sideline. But it lets players get into the season, lets them run off any injuries they may have had during the close season. Keighley Cougars, of course, disappointing last year, being relegated from Division 1 back down in the depths of Division 2. But Gary Moby, a resolute coach as he is, will sure have got this team back up. And hopefully come the end of the season, Keighley Cougars will be up there somewhere looking for promotion. Good afternoon, welcome down to Cougar Parkers. Hull Kingston Rovers take the pitch on this fairly cold, wet Sunday afternoon. Hull Kingston Rovers lining up at number 1, Phil Hasty, 2, John Steele, 3, Craig Poucher, 4, Paul Parker, 5, Kane Epperty, 6, Paul Manson, 7, James Webster, 8, Neil Harmon, 9, Andy Ellis, 10, David Tangatoa, 11, Andy Rayleigh, 12, Jason Netherton, 13, Dwayne Parker, at 14, Paul Pickering, 15, James Walker, 16, Jamie Boville, and 17, Makai Ilazu. Cougars at number 1, James Rushforth, 2, Matt Bramold, 3, Dave Foster, 5, Matt Foster, 4, Matt Foster, 5, Andy Robinson, 6, Adam Mitchell, 7, Matty Firth, 8, Phil Stevenson, 9, John Wainhouse, 10, Richard Merville, 11, Chris Parker, 12, Matt Steele, and 13, Daniel Harvey. At 14, Carl Smith, 15, Jordan Ross, 16, Lewis Taylor, and 17, Jason Clegg. The referee for this afternoon is Mr. Peter Taberner from Wigan. So, Hull Kingston Rovers kicking off this afternoon. Cougars coming down the slope in this first half. Rain just abated at present. So it's Craig Poucher gets things underway. Ball picked up by Chris Parker. Stevenson And Wayne House in acting half-back, Matty Firth. And Hull Kingston Rovers found offside by Mr. Tabada. So the first penalty of the afternoon, it's Adam Mitchell will put this ball into touch. And once again, Hull Kingston Rovers found offside from the resulting tap penalty. So Adam Mitchell, the ball in hand, looking to put the first points on the board this afternoon. What's it say on team sheet? So Adam Mitchell is taking his time. About 22 metres out, just to the right-hand side of the post. And that ball struck firmly between the uprights, so there's the first points of the afternoon. So early doors down at Cougar Park, score Keighley Cougars 2, Hull Kingston Rovers 0.
Cougars 2.
So Craig Poucher once again getting things underway for the Rovers. That's a high ball which the Cougars allowed to bounce, but that's kicked through from Paul Manson. Went dead, so it'll be a tap on the 22. And that's Wayne House, Phil Stevenson. And it's Wayne House, Matty Firth. A little short offload from Daniel Harvey. Cougars centre field with Adam Mitchell. Cougars switching ball to the left-hand side. Good tackle from Pickering. It's Cougars Adam Mitchell looking to go on his own. That's the last tackle. Mr. Taberner with his arm raised in the air. That ball back to Matty Firth. Matty Firth puts boot to ball. Rushforth offside, but that ball picked up by Kane Epperty. So Mr. Taberner awarding the penalty to Hull Kingston Rovers. Rushforth encroaching within the 10. And it's Netherton being hauled back by a posse of Cougars. And Neil Harmon, Andy Ellis in action half back for the Rovers. Ball quickly along the line to Andy Raleigh. And boot to ball from James Webster. That ball bouncing into touch away on that far side, so it'll be scrum down, Keighley Cougar head and ball. So Matty Firth with the feed, Mr. Tabernet not happy. Doesn't surprise me, he's from Lancashire. And that's Rushforth. Mitchell, Chris Parker. Good break from Chris Parker. Cougars continuing down this left-hand side with Richard Merville and Matt Bramold, Mitchell, Firth. And penalty to the Rovers. High tackle, just a stray hand left around as the Rovers take a quick tap. And it's Neil Harmon. So Webster and Andy Riley. Webster, Tangatoa. And Tangatoa taking a quick tap. Ulkins Rovers down. It's a few metres from the Keighley line. It's Webster. And Webster going in for the first try of the afternoon for Hull Kingston Rovers. So it's Keighley Cougars 2, Hull Kingston Rovers 4.
The 2005 season goes to the Hull Kingston Rovers, number 7, James Webster.
Hull Kingston Rovers piggybacked upfield by 3 penalties from the whistle of Mr. Tabiner. So Craig Poucher with the simple conversion attempt.
Phil, I think next season we'll say we can get a pair of gloves each.
So Craig Poucher converts. It's Keighley 2, Hull Kingston Rovers 6.
Think a new shirt? Awful. I'll not be blue for last 2 matches. I'll not be buying one. I'll not be buying one. Never buy one. Never buy
So Adam Mitchell gets things back underway, hoists that ball up into the sun. And Tangatoa and Andy Ellis. Rovers just penned just inside their own 20 there with Phil Hasty. Andy Ellis. Rovers looking to move the ball along to this left-hand side. It's Neil Harmon. Ellis once again. Paul Manson. He seems to be around a long time, Manson. It's Netherton. Ellis. And Dwayne Barker. Mr. Tabiner. His arm raising in the air. That's a knock-on. So that'll be a handover. Andy Ellis looking to kick that ball through, I believe, and made a complete hash of it. However, Phil Stevenson and Matty Firth. And Daniel Harvey. It's Matt Foster. Matty Firth once again. And that ball knocked on. So scrum down. So that's James Webster and Paul Manson. And Netherton. And Hull Kingston Rovers coming down this short side with Neil Harmon. Andy Ellis, Tangatoa. And Andy Ellis, Netherton, Manson with a little kick through. And that's well picked up by the Cougars.
That's 2 in the zone 20. Are we ready to play? Let's see.
And Phil Stevenson.
3. Are we ready to play now?
And Mitchell, Chris Parker. And Matty Firth. And Matty puts boot to ball. And that's Epperty.
Yeah, good kick.
So a good kick from Matty Firth. Penny and Hull Kingston Rovers down on that 20.
Look at them ready. They're not great at converting either. There's no shape here.
And Craig Poucher.
Good kick. It's taken 3 plays to get some shape on them. They're just about shaped up now, Luke, here. And it's taken them 3, so they don't convert well on the kick.
And Tangatoa. So, Mr. Taberner, that's the last one. Hull Kingston Rovers just creeped into the Keith half of the field. And that's Webster, that's a forward pass. Well picked up by Mr. Taberner. So it's a handover. Matty Firth. And that's Adam Mitchell onto Phil Stevenson. Phil in his benefit season, testimonial season, whatever you want to call it. And Daniel Harvey. Cougars just making steady progress. Downfield at the moment, that's Matty Firth. And Adam Mitchell. So another good set of 6 by the Cougars. That ball back to Matty Firth. Matty Firth hoists a high ball. That won't be easy in the sun, but it is well picked up eventually by Hull Kingston Rovers. But good cover by the Cougars as Hull Kingston Rovers try to run the ball away out of their own 10 with Tangatoa. And Paul Parker. And Andy Ellis. And Webster puts boot to ball. That's a good kick. And Chris Parker. And Phil Stevenson. Once again. It's Matty Firth. Along the line once again, Daniel Harvey. And Matty Firth. Once again puts a nice little kick through. That's one to chase. The ball picked up by Hull Kingston Rovers, just a couple of metres from their own try line. Once again, some good tackling by the Cougars, keeping Hull Kingston Rovers penned right down in that 10. There seems to be a swarm of red shirts every time Hull Kingston Rovers pick up this ball. It's Andy Ellis. And Andy Ellis going on his own, no support. Eventually did get support from Paul Manson. A good tackle from Phil Stevenson. And Paul Manson seemed to buy the penalty there. So Webster puts the ball into touch down on this near side. It's Ellis, Netherton. Andy Ellis once again at Tangatoa. And Ellis, Webster. Remember that live wire Webster. There's Dwayne Barker. Ilkeston Rovers keeping the ball going. It's Phil Hasty. And Cougars picking up that ball as Ilkeston Rovers threw that ball inside, looking for support play, but the Cougars picking it up, and now I've got the hard task of running the ball away from their own try line.
Play on them here, over on their left, our right. Hanson's only just got back in line there.
Now Mr Taberner awarding another penalty. Ilkeston Rovers obstructing it, they play the ball.
Yeah.
So Matty Firth centre field, it's Phil Stevenson. Adam Mitchell, half break from Adam Mitchell. And that's Chris Parker and Wayne House, Stevenson. Matty Firth, Harvey, Firth once again. That's and Cougars and Daniel Harvey. That's a nice little. That's that try being given a lot of. Don't know who scored the try.
From Australia, number 13.
It's Daniel Harvey who scored the try. But a little kick through from Daniel Harvey, just bobbled about on that surface. A despairing Keighley missed it first time. Then eventually, just before the ball went dead, just managed to get onto the ball. It's a try for the Cougars, it's all square. Down here at Cougar Park, it's Hulkingston, it's Keighley Cougars 6, Hulkingston Rovers 6.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
So Adam Mitchell with a 100% kicking record this season.
It is.
It's nice to be back. Not going to Hull though, or London. I'll go Halifax. Bit of a tip Halifax, but I'll go. Oh, I might go to Gateshead. So Adam Mitchell converting. It's now Keighley Cougars 8, Hulkingston Rovers 6. So an enthusiastic start by the Cougars. Not overawed by the team from the higher division. So it's Matt Steele who scored the try. I didn't think it was Daniel Harvey, but I'll go with what Pete Fell says because he's a fountain of all knowledge.
Ladies and gentlemen, could I remind you there is no smoking allowed in the main
So Craig Poucher once again. And Adam Mitchell under that one quite safely. Phil Stevenson, as ever, running forward for the Cougars. And Adam Mitchell, Chris Parker. And Wayne House. Cougars is short of the halfway line as Wayne House goes in once again to direct operations. Phil Stevenson, Adam Mitchell. Little half break once again. Let's see a kick from the Cougars back to Matty Firth. Matty once again, a hoist that high ball. And Phil Hasty taking the ball for Hull Kingston. And John Steele. Once again, the Cougars making so Andy Ellis. A little inside ball to Phil Hasty. On to Webster. Webster going in for the second try of the afternoon for Hull Kingston Rovers. His second try. So it's Keighley Cougars 8. Hull Kingston Rovers 10.
No, thank you. I'll have one.
So Poucher missing the conversion, so score remains at Keighley Cougars 8, Old Kingston Rovers 10. Can't afford to miss those sort of kicks. Once again the cloud cover comes in.
Yeah, it's just been working into out.
Number 8
You've got to be aware of it all the time, especially Hasty comes off inside pass a lot.
number 16,
Full-back
Lewis
Hasty.
Taylor,
Him
and number
he has
17,
combinations in this
Jason Blair.
scrum half, 7-on-1 combination, one inside other.
It's the Keighley Cougars 8, Hull Kingston Rovers 10.
So Adam Mitchell once again restarts. Webster picking up that ball. It's Tangatoa. And Mr. Taberner, don't really know. It's so Hull Kingston Rovers once again getting a penalty from the whistle of Mr. Taberner.
5-2 and 2-2.
So Andy Ellis. 6-2.
6-2
So that's Andy Ellis and Webster. Neil Harmon as Hull Kingston Rovers down on the Keighley 10. Webster and Tangatoa. He's wrapped up by Jason Cleggan. Dragged back by the Man Mountain. And Neil Harmon once again. And Webster, Manson, need to stop him. Manages to offload to Dwayne Barker. And that's a last.
The last one, don't go to sleep.
It's a last tackle.
Sweep kicks up.
Manson. And play on. Takes the touch judge. And Dave Foster. So Cougars centre field.
That's two, are we ready to play?
And Jason Clegg. Some good relieving yards from Cleggy. It's Matty Firth. Matty Firth puts boot to ball. And Phil Hasty tracking back, picking up the ball. Coming across the field, but met by Matt Brammold. And Paul Parker.
Move 5 yards, doesn't matter. Well, there's still no shape about here.
And Kane Epperty. And Andy Ellis looking to offload, but tackle's made. It's Phil Hasty acting half-back. Webster puts boot to ball, and Daniel Harvey picking up that ball as he charged down. He's going to go for the corner. He's in the corner. Cougars striking back. Webster looking to put that ball through, but Daniel Harvey charging the ball down, and Cougars going in at the far corner. It's all changed once again. It's Keighley Cougars 12, Hull Kingston Rovers 10. See rain and a bit of hail and a bit of everything else blows down off the Riddlesden hillside. It was a beautiful morning this morning. I was up there somewhere, Michael, playing golf. So Adam Mitchell trying to keep his 100% kicking records. Not easy from over there.
Do you like it? Ball? No, I don't like it. I'm on hard there. That's what Fred. Fucking rubbish.
And just failing with that one. So it's Keighley Cougars 12, Hull Kingston Rovers 10. Just coming up to the half-hour mark down at Cougar Park.
This big monster's on Gary Zoo, Papua New Guinea. Young bar boys are up ready for him. Some of them have played him over there. Needs to get up early on this fella.
So the big number 17 for Hull Kingston Rovers from Tonga, Azu on the park.
On there. Just on there.
So Craig Poucher puts boot to ball, and Jason Clegg. What a horrible afternoon. There's no hiding place in this gantry when rain starts. So Cougars having to play football in their own half of the field at the moment, but doing it quite well. And Adam Mitchell, Chris Parker. Mick just cleaning his screen, 'cause it's wet. So Matty Firth eventually finding room to put that ball downfield, but Phil Hasty onto it for the Hull Kingston Rovers. And Adam Mitchell eventually dragging him to ground. And that's another penalty. That's 7-2 in favour of Hull Kingston Rovers. It's James Boville. So Webster and James Boville. Cougars having to defend on the 20. That's Webster, Manson. Can't out. That's 8-2 now. Penalties 4-1. The ratio. Mr. Tabiner gave 2 early doors to Cougars, and since then given us nothing with a capital N. So Hull Kingston Rovers, and that's Ellis trying to scamper his way over, but just dropped right on that try line. And it's Webster, Manson, and James Netherton. And Manson once again need to drop that guy hard. And that ball dead, and it'll be a tap on the 20. 33 minutes gone in this first half. Cougars still 12-10 to the good. Chris Parker, it's a bit of a high shot. Mr. Tabiner seems disinterested. So it's Matty Firth, it's Daniel Harvey, Matt Foster. Oh, Mr. Tabiner eventually feeling the need to penalise Hull Kingston Rovers.
Matty, make sure we chase our kicks up better than we have done. Tell them.
So it's Jason Clegg. Matty Firth. A good tackle there by the Rovers, and another penalty given. That's the big Papua New Guinean Azu giving away the penalty. And it's changed. It's Papua New Guinean now.
Yeah, he's a Muslim, very problem.
If you can hear any interference on video, it's Paul Ashton and Nigel. So Adam Mitchell straight in front of the post, 21.2 metres out.
21.3.
Is it?
Yeah.
Show the arrow like that on TV.
I know, but somebody keeps moving it.
So Adam Mitchell converting. It's moved to score out to Keighley 14, Hulkingston Rovers 10. Adam sort of got the Johnny Wilkinson stance. Tart.
It's the Cougars 14, Hull KR 10.
And Poucher punches the ball downfield. Once again, Cougars pick it up. That's the large figure of Jason Clegg. So Cougars centre field, rain once again abates down at Cougar Park. It's Matty Firth. It's a good, it's back to one. Azu. And Cougars just moving down to the halfway line. As another penalty comes from the whistle of Mr. Tabiner. He's now going to tell Mr. Webster that's penalty, caution being delivered, next one sin bin. As per Rugby League International Laws 2004. So Clegg on the run once again. Good run from Jason Clegg. Cougars down inside that 20 and pressing all the time. It's Mitchell. And Richard Merville. I think that's just a greasy ball and a muddy pitch. And 90 seconds left in the first half.
Get off the line!
So Cougars just need to defend resolutely before they're going to the half-time break. Ellis making the break upfield. Phil Hasty, Webster, and Barker, Raleigh, Poucher. That's the last tackle. Webster. Manson misses out on that one. It's Parker. Oh, a good. Superb defence. Paul Ashton thought that was going to be a try. So, just about 10 seconds left in this first half. Don't think Mr. Tabin has had both hands in there and called time off at all during this first half. So it's a matter of just keeping hold of that ball, getting to the half-time break, recoup, listen to what Gary and Ian have got to say and get back out for second half. There's Jason Clegg. And Matty Firth. That ball could be going out on the full. It is. But there goes the half-time hooter. So an excellent first half down here at Cougar Park. Half-time score down at Cougar Park. Keighley Cougars 14, Hull Kingston Rovers 10. So welcome back to the second half down here at Cougar Park. Half-time score, Keighley Cougars 14, Hull Kingston Rovers 10. Tremendous first half defensive show from the Cougars, having to come upfield in the second half.
Bradford 4, Wakefield 6.
Danny Ekis, Daniel Wayne Ekis on his way up into the gantry. Paul Ashton disappeared, obviously too cold for him. So Azu for Hull Kingston Rovers. Cougars with a lot of work to do in the second half, especially as Mr. Taberner has sent someone to the bin. Chris Parker being sent to the sin bin. So Mr. Taberner true to his word. See if it works both ways if Hull Kingston Rovers transgress. So Andy Ellis, Azu.
Yeah, I'm here, get it, yeah, man.
It's Ellis, Webster.
I didn't see it, open up steps.
So Azu once again. As Mr. Taberner raises his arm in the air for the last one. It's Webster, Parker, Manson, but Manson knocking on. So, hand over, Matty Firth and Andy Robinson. And a knock on. Scrum down, Hull Kingston Rovers, head and ball about 18 metres out from the Cougar try line. It's Webster coming short side, John Steele. And that ball coming out in the tackle. Superb work from Andy Robinson. Cougars all congratulating, excellent defensive work. So we'll go back. So Matty Firth with the feed, Rushforth. And Jason Clegg. So Cougars just outside their own 20. It's Matty Firth. Being wrapped up by Andy Raleigh. And Adam Mitchell puts boot to ball. Oh, that's a knock on. Always given offside. Oh, well, you know, I suppose, to be fair, it encroached within the 10. So that's a let-off for the Hull Kingston Rovers there. And Netherton. And Paul Manson. And Andy Ellis, Webster, inside ball. And Ellis Webster. This time Webster wrapped up by Jason Clegg.
Off the line!
And he's being held up.
Try for Hull Kingston Rovers, number 9, Andy Ellis.
Well, I like to see that one again, but Mr. Taberner closest to it, but from our position up here in the gantry, that ball wasn't grounded. So it's all square once again down at Cougar Park. I'm Boucher. Bob's on the 2 points, so it's Keighley 14, Hull Kingston Rovers 16. So Adam Mitchell, that's Webster, Azu. It's Ellis, Hull Kingston Rovers, good offload, but equally good tackle from Rushforth. Mr. Taberner urgent to get up and play the ball. Manson, little dummy from Manson, looking to go for the corner. Manson going in at the corner, so it's Keighley 14. So it's Keighley 14, Hull 20.
Stands in middle, but Mitch is kicking at halfback who just hands it onto him. He stands on this side. It's their right, our left. He needs to kick it in the middle or to the right hand side. He needs to look where the big fella is and kick away from him. Yeah, Azu. That all come across because of that big charge and he got a quick play of the ball. And we were knackered because we come in 12 men.
So Poucher.
Lining up here down on your far side, our left, so we need to kick to the right.
So Poucher missing with that conversion. Score remains at Keighley 14, Hull Kingston Rovers 20. And that message passed on to Adam Mitchell. Keep it away from the big Papua New Guinean. No.
2014.
So Adam Mitchell moves it to the right hand side. It's Manson. So
Left hand side is here as a zone, we need to line up on him.
So Azu.
Well controlled, boys, off the line.
And James Boville.
Didn't play it right.
So Webster puts boot to ball. That ball just running dead, so we'll take the scrum.
Should belong for Parks if I can get it. Should belong for Parks is ready for the off.
So Matty Firth with the feed. And Matty Steele. And Jason Clegg ball coming out, it's play on. And it's Matty Firth and Daniel Harvey looking to offload. And Matty Firth.
Smashing. Oh, come on, Taberner!
So another penalty given by Mr. Taberner. And it should have been a penalty to the Cougars, really, a voluntary tackle, but Mr. Taberner deciding otherwise. And Ulkiston Rovers coming down this near side with Azu. But once again, good tackling from the Keighley Cougars. It's Matt Foster and Matty Firth in there. And James Boville. Slightly forward to Netherton. And Phil Hasty, Barker, Manson.
Well done, Adam, lad.
And Webster hoisting the high ball. Rushforth safely under that one. And a good run out of defence. So Mr. Taberner having words with Matt Foster and James Rushforth. Maybe just questioning whether that ball was knocked on or knocked back. Doesn't make any difference to the outcome really, because it all whistle already gone. So it's Webster, it's Phil Hasty and John Steele. Andy Robinson wrapping him up. And James Riley. Cougar player just down, it's Manson. Ulkiston Rovers had a man overlap but didn't use it, so good defensive work once again from the Cougars. It's a zoo. And Webster. So penalty to Keighley. Mr. Taberner deeming Ulkiston Rovers offside. It's called time off. So eventually play getting back underway.
Jordan Ross replaces number 12 Matt Steele. Play back.
And a good kick by Adam Mitchell. So Matt Foster and Merville.
Lewis Taylor and number 17 Jason Clegg are replaced by number 8 Phil Stevens.
And Phil Stevenson back on the park. It's Matty Firth, Mitchell, Chris Parker back on the field. And Rushforth. And good work from Chris Parker. Chris Parker is offload back inside, and Cougars going up. And Dave Foster going in for a try. Superb football there by. Superb play there by the Cougars. Good ball handling considering the wet, muddy conditions, and Dave Foster going in for the try. So it's now Keighley Cougars 18, Hull Kingston Rovers 20.
Not Dave Foster, it's official support.
So an important kick for Adam Mitchell.
Coming in again, Phil.
So Adam Mitchell, I love that pause. Adam turns away confidently. It's all square once again. Down at Cougar Park, it's Keighley Cougars 20, Hull Kingston Rovers 20.
Another is sponsored by MPNS Consortium. It's a time ball game. 20, Rovers 20.
So that's a high ball. It's going to hang there, but well picked up. Excellent take there in the conditions. It's Rushforth in at acting half back onto Richard Merville. It's Jordan Ross and Merville. Cougars moving the ball out far side. It's Dave Foster, the try scorer, managing to shrug off Paul Parker and get inroads. It's a last tackle. Matty Firth puts boot to ball, takes Phil Hasty back, manages to feel the ball running across the field, but good cover from the Cougars.
That's full. They're still not ready. Two, they're still not set up. No shame to them.
And John Steele.
Off the line.
And Azu.
Well done.
Good tackling once again from the Cougars, stopping the big forward. That's James Boville. That's the last one. Back to Webster. Webster puts boot to ball. And Robbo. Andy Robinson. Just a couple of metres short of the halfway line. And Phil Stevenson. So Cougars set centre field. Just 40 metres out from the Hull Kingston Rovers line. Inside it's Jordan Ross. Matty Firth, Mr. Tabiner. It's the last one. So it's Netherton for Hull Kingston Rovers. And Ellis tries to slip away, acting half-back, but once again Keighley defence up and at him. It's hasty. Ellis once again looking to offload to Webster. Keeps all, that's the last tackle. Mr. Taberner, left arm raised in the air. Webster once again. So Matt Foster coming away for the Cougars. And Jordan Ross. And Stevenson. And Mitchell puts a kick downfield, upfield should I say. Hull Kingston Rovers having to track all the way back. And just at the halfway mark in this second half, 20 minutes gone. And all square at 20 points apiece. And Dwayne Barker. And a last tackle. So James Webster puts that ball into touch as Hull Kingston Rovers got a penalty on the last tackle. Fortunately, we should say. So Hull Kingston Rovers, Webster wrapped up well by Stevenson and Jordan Ross. And Manson offloads to James Boville. So Hull Kingston Rovers pressing on the Keighley try line. So Peter Taberner once again giving a controversial try down on the right hand side. So it's Keighley Cougars 20, Hull Kingston Rovers 24. Craig Poucher going to try and tag on the extras.
Find out where Tab's car is and get it clamped. Find out where Tab's car is and get it clamped. Two clamped, 100,000 clamped.
Yeah, two were actually off the floor underneath, he couldn't get up.
And Poucher tags on the extras. It's Keighley 20, Hull Kingston Rovers 26. So Adam Mitchell restarts. So Cougars,
Get off the line and give it to him!
some strong tackling from the Cougars. That's James Walker. And Webster puts boot to ball. Andy Robinson safely under it. So Cougars pen just outside their own 20. Andy Robinson trying to Matty Firth.
Get him in touch! Well chased, Mick.
So Hull Kingston Rovers in their own 10. It's Paul Parker. And Ellis. And Netherton. And it's Carl Smith.
Replaces number 2, Matt Trafford.
And Rushforth. And Rushy. And Phil Stevenson. Matty Firth along the line. On to Jordan Ross. That's a nice little kick. And Hull Kingston Rovers having to kick that ball out. It's Keighley Cougar head and feed. Some good footballing skills from Matty Foster. So Matty Firth quickly away from that base of the scrum. On to Dave Foster. Dave Foster on to Matty Firth. So Cougars. And it's Carl Smith. So Cougars just a couple of metres away from the Hull Kingston Rovers line. Cougars just need to settle. And that's a try under the post for the Keighley Cougars.
What would you have done there if Mick not have scored and we've got Jim back?
So it's Keighley Cougars 24, Hull Kingston Rovers 26. Adam Mitchell from right in front of the post. It's 28 minutes gone down here at Cougar Park.
We played like this last week at Batley, you know, and the pulled away with no points. And it was unfair. Fantastic last week at Batley.
Adam tags on the extras, so it's all square. It's Keighley Cougars 26, Hull Kingston Rovers 26. Hull Kingston Rovers crowd just silenced at the moment.
26 apiece. 10 to go.
Yeah, he held him back, didn't he?
So Poucher, once again, it's a hanging ball. Once again, not the best to take. So Webster offloads to, I think that's Jamie Boville. And Pickering on the park. That's Paul Pickering. Poucher. And James Walker trying to offload, but Cougars another defensive stint to take. It's Webster. Olkison still keeping the ball going. And that ball knocked on. Going to come take it out to a 10-metre scrum. So scrum down, Keighley Cougar head and ball inside the just inside the last 10 minutes. So Cougars coming away from their own 10-metre line through the thick claggy mud. It's Phil Stevenson and Merville. No, you're right. Matty Firth once again puts boot to ball. And it's Boville. Along the line. Webster, good hands, it's Manson. Walker. Onto John Steele. And Webster once again. It's Netherton. See, last tackle. And Poucher putting over the one-pointer. Paul Manson, should I say. So it's Keighley Cougars 26. Hulkison Rovers 27. So Hulkison Rovers right on the 20.
Come on, man! Get up, man!
And Paul Pickering offloads to Webster. Webster just slipping on the surface. And Hasty, Manson. And that's it, a last tackle. And Webster puts the ball into touch away on that far side. Be scrum down, Cougar head and feed. Just 6 minutes left of this highly entertaining and absorbing game down at Cougar Park. And it's Rushforth. Phil Stevenson. Matty Firth. Adam Mitchell. That's the last tackle. Cougars still short of the halfway line. That's John Steele. And James Walker. And a zoo. That's Andy Raleigh, Pickering. Pickering once again. Nowhere to go, having to come back over this left-hand side. Good tackle from Phil Stevenson. That's the last one. Webster. Webster puts boot to ball. That's going to hold up in the mud. Rushforth picking it up. I think Mr. Taberner's going to give a penalty here. So Phil Stevenson.
Sponsored by Champions of Leeds. The Keighley
And it's
man of the match goes to number 6, Adam Mitchell.
So Cougars in the Hull Kingston Rovers half of the field as the clock ticks down, about 4 minutes to go. And Chris Parker. But that ball goes straight into the arms of the Hull Kingston Rovers player. It's Paul Pickering. Azu. And James Walker. Andy Raleigh. And that's the last tackle. Hull Kingston Rovers still. Andy Robinson picking up that ball. About 2.5 minutes to go. It's Rushforth. And Jason Clegg. And just losing that ball. So Hull Kingston Rovers 20 metres out from the Keighley try line with Andy Raleigh. And a knock on. Inside the last minute now, plus a short bit of stoppage time Mr. Taberner has added on. So Mitch puts ball centre field. And John Steele. But there goes the final hooter down at Cougar Park this afternoon. It's Keighley Cougars 26, Hulkington Rovers 27. A highly entertaining and absorbing game down here at Cougar Park. The lead switching several times throughout the course of the game. I've got to remember Hulkington Rovers are in the higher division, so no disgrace. This time last season, when Keighley went behind, they would have capitulated and allowed the other team to get on top. Not this afternoon, stuck at it all the way through. A couple of controversial tries going the way of Hulkington Rovers, but Mr. Taberner on the whole keeping a firm hand on the game. So not too much disappointment up here in the gantry. Final score from Cougar Park this afternoon is Keighley Cougars 26, Hulkington Rovers 27.